everyone, my name is Ryan and welcome back to another episode of UHS Vlogs. Hey, that's right, this series isn't just yet about dead. I've recorded that intro like 3 times, I'm gonna keep it as that. Anyways, welcome back to... welcome back to another episode of school vlogs and whatnot. And I know what you're thinking. It has been a year. It has been so long. So, the big thing is that, well, exams are over as they have been for about a month ago. But yeah, exams are over. How did I do? Well, I think I did pretty good. I got pretty good in everything, I guess. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it at that. I mean, like 96s, but whatever. Now, since I have a new semester this year, that means we have 4 brand new subjects. And one of those 4 subjects, well, I'll tell you right now. So the first subject I have now is science. Now, science on its own as a topic, science is actually pretty fun. I like science, it's pretty cool, and I guess it's pretty cool, I can say that. However, I do have to say that the class perhaps does have its bit of a flaw. I mean, I don't want to put this nicely, but I mean, science is cool, but I just feel like there's something up about our class in science. So blame it on whatever I choose to wish to blame it on, but basically I just feel one of the main things I feel is that mainly in science as well as some other subjects, but in science in particular, I feel like we're moving kind of slowly. I mean, I get it takes time to learn these things, but I just feel like we're progressing at a very, very slow rate. More of our time is spent like reviewing the things we did last time and actually learning some things like after that. And I'm not saying it's anyone's fault or anything, not the teachers, not the students, not anyone's fault. I'm just saying maybe I would kind of like it if science was a little bit more fast-paced, because I feel like at this point we're just like constantly elaborating and elaborating on the same darn simple concepts that we already learned so far. It's just constant elaboration and repetition, and we're not really learning anything new very quickly. But I guess in my opinion, I wish that science was in fact a little bit more fast-paced, kind of like math almost. And yes, you may have noticed I'm kind of blasting through these topics right now. That's because it has been, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not sure, I need to check, but it has been 2 or 3 weeks since I originally wanted to record this video, but just so much has happened that I really want to try to cram in as much as I can in this one video and still make it sound somewhat interesting. So the second subject I have is, of course, everyone's favorite subject, French. I don't like French, as I think I've mentioned previously before. I don't like French. French is another language and it's not English, and therefore I don't like it, I guess, if you want to follow that logic. So the idea of having an hour and 15 minutes every single day dedicated to French is kind of a bit of a ugh-ness. I don't know if that's the right term to use. If you forget the fact that we're learning French, if you actually just concentrate on like the class itself, I am a little shocked to say this. I actually kind of like French today. I like French today. I kind of like French this semester, this year. I have no idea why. Well, actually, I do kind of have an idea. I'm not really sure why I like it so much this year. It's something to do with the class. Maybe it's the teacher, or maybe it's just a different, I don't know, learning environment, but I just feel like this time around learning French, I'm actually learning French. I remember when I was previously in elementary school, French class was always kind of a big no for me. I didn't like French in elementary because it was boring. It was like repetitive. It wasn't actually repetitive. It was repetitive of the same topics, kind of. Like every different subject, I guess we would have in French would be like on a different weird topic. Like one subject would be like vocabulary you would use at a restaurant, and the next would be like vocabulary you would use at a carnival, and then some of them would be silly, like what you would do if you made up your own festival. Oh, that was like grade 6. So French, I guess, in elementary, it was okay. It was a bit of I guess, a different learning style, I guess. Instead of focusing on grammar and diction and stuff like that, we're just focusing on different scenarios and a select choice of vocabulary. Now, maybe each different style has its own ups and downs, but personally, I feel for some reason that the class right now, the French I have in high school, just seems so much more clear and thorough and just well explained that I feel like I'm actually understanding some of it. Now, that being said, I'm not getting the highest marks in French, but yeah, it's a feeling. And I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I mean, so far I think it's cool. So far I think it's good. So far I think it's working. So yeah. Now, the third subject I have this semester is, in fact, art. Yes, of course. Another fantastic thing about being in AU is that you have art first semester and second semester. And the other best thing is that you have art basically 8 times throughout your entire high school life with the same class. So you're taking art every single semester. You're spending the same class. You're spending the same class with the same class mates. So although the class itself stays the same, there are a few little changes here and there with the art curriculum. First of all, we get a new teacher and we get a new homeroom or class art room. Our new teacher, he's pretty cool. I want to say he's kind of similar to the last teacher, although, yeah, I guess they're kind of similar-ish, not really. I mean, they're both art teachers, so, yeah, okay, we'll leave it at that. The art classroom that I have for this semester is actually twice as large as an average classroom in the school, which is kind of cool. I guess sort of it's larger, but another cool little thing is that nostalgia-wise, it was actually the same classroom that I did do my audition in, which was also kind of cool, being able to sit in the same seat you did your audition in and do whatnot. I guess kind of a little nostalgic factor, I guess you can throw in there or whatnot, but yeah, sure. It's kind of cool, I guess. The final subject I have for the day is, of course, geography. Geography. Now, similar to science, I guess you could say, geography is, of course, a lot straightforward. It's very straightforward. It's an interesting subject, and I do like geography. There's something about looking at maps and landscapes and stuff that just seems somewhat satisfying to me. I don't know what it is, or if it's just me, but there's something about geography that I really do enjoy, but I can't put my finger on it. Now, having geography as a subject at the end of the day is definitely a little bit interesting, that's for sure. I mean, last semester I had gym at the end of the day, which was, I guess, okay because it's gym and you don't really need to use your brain too much. You just gotta move around and do stuff, and that's kind of, that's relaxing, I guess, for the end of the day because you don't have to use your brain and whatnot. That sounds really weird, whatever. I mean, geography, it is a good subject. It's cool, and I like geography. It's just that the class being at the end of the day and having a teacher who's, to say, not the most enthusiastic, it gets a little bit boring every once in a while. I mean, I do try my best to keep up and keep focused, but eventually it's just geography as a subject is kind of boring. Having a teacher who's also is also a little kind of boring. And having it at the end of the day where you already went through 3 subjects is also kind of boring. So I mean, I do like geography, I want to do well in it, and it is a fun subject I want to learn about, but it's just at the end of the day, it's just positioned in the worst possible time. So there you have the 4 subjects that I have this semester, I guess. Now, looking at the time of this video, I don't think I have enough time, or at least unless you want to see another 20-minute video of me talking for 20 minutes, I don't think I have enough time to actually talk about some other events that happened, so I might just put that in the part 2. So, hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next one. Okay, so you may be wondering why I decided to make a vlog right out of nowhere. Maybe it's because I had too many gun videos and thought maybe it's time to spice up the content, Maybe shift away from the more violent side I've been getting kind of recently, away from CSGO and guns and kind of focus on vlogging. You know what I mean? Yeah.